Felix Gray computer glasses. If you've been doing a little research online, you might have stumbled upon this company, and I'm really glad you stumbled upon this video. Hi there, I'm Oliver, and I want to talk to you today about Felix Gray computer glasses, why they're different, what makes them unique, and why I might just be making a recommendation for you to get a set of these. If you want to find out why, keep on watching. So I just want to start off by saying that this video is not endorsed, nor am I being sponsored by Felix Gray. I reached out to them, they did not reach out to me. I asked them if they could send me a couple of their frames for me to try out and make a video. I told them about the previous videos that I've made, the articles that I've written on my blog, and they were more than happy to send them out. Now, that's it. That's as far as it goes. There is no promise that this video was going to shower them with praise or that I was going to give a recommendation. This is 100% a professional opinion on this particular product, okay? Now that we have that out of the way, let's get into the product, right? Okay, so let's open up the first one. Ooh, happens to be my favorite out of the two that I received. So this is the Jemison, J-E-M-I-S-O-N, Jemison, okay? Jemison frame. Now what I like about this one is that it has a little bit more personality than the second one that I'm going to show you in a second here. So it fits really well. This is a 52 eye size, 52 eye size with an 18 bridge. I do like the size of the frame. It's very current with the trend at the moment, all right? And as you can notice, it does have an anti-glare coating on there. I didn't find it to be very noticeable, but maybe you will, I don't know. Let me show you the second one before we get into the coatings too much. Okay, so that was the Jemison frame. And the second one is the Faraday, right? This is size 53. So the lenses are just a touch wider on these, not by too much. To be quite honest, they feel exactly the same, right? It's a slightly smaller, more rectangular lens shape, but both of them are very comfortable. So I want to get right into it. 4 points that I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about the quality of the frame, the quality of the coatings, the tint, and then the magnification. Those are the 4 things that I want to talk to you about today, okay? Now the first thing, the quality of the frame. When I first opened up the package that I received and I picked up these frames, I immediately could tell that the quality was pretty good, right? Now I handle a lot of different frames on a daily basis, some that are $20, some that could be $400 frames and up. And so with all that experience and doing that for years, you have a pretty good understanding of something that's a good quality frame, a good quality product, and something that isn't. And you learn to discern that in just a matter of seconds, just picking up a product, opening up the temples, you get a good idea. Or at least I do. And that's just with years of doing it. But I will say that when I opened up the package and tried on the frame, they felt really good. I'm not going to say that it's a equivalent to a $400, $500 frame. Maybe not even equivalent to a $300 or maybe $200 frame. Nonetheless, it's not going to break on you. It's not going to just shatter into pieces if you drop it on the concrete or on a hardwood floor. It's a good quality frame, all right? Now my kids haven't tested it, so I'm not going to promise you that if you have young kids that they won't break it. But the frame feels good. That's the first thing. The second thing is the coatings. Now the coating is important because you're probably going to end up cleaning your lenses eventually, right? Now, same thing with a good quality frame. A good quality coating, you could kind of get a feel for it when you go to clean the lens. You could kind of feel the way that the cleaning cloth is going across the lens. If it's really smooth, if it almost glides across it. If you've ever cleaned a set of glasses that has, let's say, a Crystalline coating on there, then you'll probably know what I mean. Very smooth, very easy to clean. So felt really nice. And also there isn't much color on the lens. I don't know if you could tell. There isn't much color on there, right? And that's kind of the way that you would want it to be. You don't want this mirror-like effect on your glasses. You want it to be almost transparent, right? So that's the second thing. The third thing is the tint on the lens. Now, both of these glasses have their blue light filter, right? So there's no variation in the color between these two, or at least there isn't supposed to be. All right, so you see, those are the two, but this one does not have the magnification. I don't want to talk about that right now. This one does have the magnification, right? Right, but the color is really not there. So what I like about these glasses, and this was really something that I noticed throughout the course of the day that I was wearing them. I do normally wear prescription glasses, but I wore contacts while I was trialing these, is that when I was walking around the office, now I work with, and sometimes we have about 8 different doctors in the practice where I work. And that's just the doctors, not to mention all the employees that I see on a daily basis. But one thing that I did notice when I had the Gunnar glasses on when I was trialing those is that they immediately noticed the color of the lens. And they brought it to my attention. They're like, what's going on with your glasses? Or maybe they tried to be polite and just say, oh, did you get new glasses? Really what they were drawn to, or what caught their eye, was the tint, the amber tint on the Gunnar lenses. So it's not something that you really would want. You don't want people noticing that lens color. You would want people to just be like, hey, cool frames, and that's it. I don't think that most people want the attention on their lenses. At least I don't. Especially working in a professional environment, I want to be able to look at somebody and have a conversation with them and their attention not be on my lenses. If we're going to be making eye contact, it should be just distraction-free eye contact, right? If we're going to be talking about a prescription order, or if a doctor is going to be talking to me about a patient, a need that they have, I don't want the lens color to be distracting when I'm talking to somebody. And that's what I really liked about these Felix Grays, because the lens color is really what Gunnar has become known for, right? That's like their signature look, is that amber tint. Now they do offer a Crystalline Lens, which is essentially a tint-free version of their glasses. But this one only comes in one version, and I actually really like it. They claim that it still filters out all the same amount of blue light that you would want to be filtered out without the need of a noticeably yellow lens or amber tint on your lenses. And something even more impressive with these glasses is that I put them on in the morning. I wore them in front of my computer screen having conversations, and then I left and I got in my car and I drove home, and I didn't feel like the tint or the coloring on the lens was really something that was noticeable. If anything, the anti-glare, going back to that, felt like one of the good quality anti-reflective coatings that I have on my everyday $1,000 set of glasses. So the coating and the tint felt really good, and the attention wasn't on the lenses when I was talking to people. That's a huge plus for me. So if you work in a professional working environment where you're having conversations with people on a regular basis, yeah, maybe you're going back and forth between talking to people and being on a digital device, and maybe you spend most of your time in front of that digital device, but nonetheless, if you're talking to people and if you don't want them to be distracted or somewhat annoyed by the color of your lens, Felix Grays are great. I really like the color of the lenses on here. Now, to get into the last point, the fourth point, which is the magnification. Now, the thing that really started this whole thing off with the computer glasses is the magnification on the Gunnar Optiks lenses. Now, me personally, when I went onto their website, and things might have changed since then, when I went onto their website, it wasn't really obvious that they wanted the consumer to know that there was magnification in their lenses. and through just looking at it through a lensometer, much like I did with this one, I found that the Gunnar lenses had a slight magnification on there. Now, it's not a negative thing, but it's just something that most consumers, most of the people that ended up getting a set of Gunnar eyewear glasses were unaware of it. Just look at the comment section of the Gunnar review that I did. A lot of the people there simply weren't aware of it, and then now that they became aware of it, they weren't quite sure if they actually wanted it. But the thing is with Gunnar eyewear, Gunnar Optiks, I think is how they go by actually. In order to get a true non-prescription set of glasses, you have to pay more because they consider it almost a prescription order. Whereas with Felix Gray, they're upfront with it and they give you the option during the ordering process, and it's not anymore to get just a non-prescription set of lenses in here, still giving you the anti-glare coating, still getting the blue light filter, using the same frames. But they're completely upfront about it, and that's another thing that I really like about it. Most of the consumers really just want the choice. And even though I would say that the magnification on there is really as I believe Felix Gray likes to say, the little bit of magic that's in their lenses, but give people the choice, right? Some people don't want to. Some people may feel like they are going to become dependent on that magnification, and that's not something that sits well with them. So it's nice that Felix Gray gives the consumer the option. So those are my 4 points, okay? So the first is that the frame, the quality is pretty good. Like I said, don't expect it to fit like a $200, $300, $400 frame, but don't expect it to just fall into pieces within the first couple of months. It's a really well-made product, okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing is the coating, the anti-glare. It's really good, cleans really well. I think that if you were even to wear them into work and then go home with them and your commute, I don't think that you're really going to notice that the anti-glare is a poor quality coating to where it's causing you more problems. No, it's going to still be beneficial for those of you that may feel like you want something to reduce nighttime driving glare. So it might actually go beyond just computer work. The third thing is the tint. I'm a big fan of this in between what I'm going to call the Goldilocks tints, right? So the amber tint on the Gunnar Optiks lens is just much too noticeable for me personally, but I deal with a lot of people on a regular basis, have a lot of conversations. I don't want that to be between me and them. I don't want them to be distracted by that. So this in-between color that they have is actually pretty nice. It's not as clear as the Gunnar Optiks Crystalline Lens, but it's maybe a shade away. It's not even noticeable. If you were to wear this around the office, at home, people aren't going to notice the color on this lens. So that's something that's really nice. And then the last thing is going to be the magnification. Huge plus for me, huge attraction to this particular brand that they offer the option to get it with or without the magnification. And they're upfront with the consumer on their website. They say some people don't like the magnification. Some people do. They do recommend the magnification. There's benefits to it. But there are those that don't want it. And hey, to those that don't want it and that want to make that choice on their own and want to come to their own conclusion, they offer both. And so that is really good. That's a huge advantage that I think Felix Gray has. So those are the things that I wanted to say. Do I recommend it? Yes. The only thing that I would say is that I wish they had a few more options for big-headed people. Though this one does fit. My Pro Designs here, this is a size 56. And this Jemison frame, which I find to be pretty comfortable, is a 52. So if they made a few larger sizes, I think that that would be my one suggestion. I can't really think of too much. I mean, I haven't tried all their frames, but the two that I have tried out were really comfortable. So in conclusion, you're going to want to do your own research. If you spend most of your day staring at a computer screen, emails, Excel files, then Gunnar eyewear lenses might be just fine. That much more noticeable amber tint may be the contrast that you're looking for. So if that's the case, go for it. It's a good frame, it's a good quality product, go for it. If you want something that I personally enjoy, because if you're like me, you work in a professional working environment, constantly having conversations and also going back to these digital devices, then give Felix Gray a try. I highly recommend them. And I know there's a lot of other options out there. I'm going to try and bring you a few more reviews and product comparisons. But as for this particular one, as of today, I would have to say that Felix Gray is my preferred computer eyewear glasses that I'm going to be recommending. to people in the comment section in my different videos, patients that I deal with on a regular basis, and even friends and family. So, you know, I hope that the information that I've given you has been useful. I have a few more, like I said, product reviews and product comparisons coming your way. So please, if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. I really appreciate the thumbs up, and I really do appreciate the comments that you guys leave. I try to answer them as quickly as possible. And give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to share it if you know anybody that's been suffering with some digital eye strain or computer vision syndrome, as we also know it. So thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great day. These are the Felix Gray glasses. You can see, you can't really tell that there's much of a tint in there, but these actually are the ones that have a little bit of color to it and a plus magnification. I'm really liking these.